help me sleep.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. All right. Okay. Oh, actually, this was Mrs. Marie Nolan transcribed this from Little Rock, Arkansas. So here you go. This is about Mr. Milan Weber Sr. and Leela Rhoten. And they were married, and this letter is going to tell how they met and where Grandpa came from and that type of thing. So here we go.
When you say grandpa, you're talking your grandpa.
Yeah. Okay. Leela, oh wait, we're on the wrong side, I think. No?
No.
This is the first one. All right. Leela Ruth Rhoten lived on the far in Stewartville, Minnesota, with her parents. She was a salesperson in the local store there. One hot summer evening, she was sitting on the swing on the vine-covered screen porch at the front of her house. Her mother, Her mother came to the open window and asked her if she didn't think it was time to go to bed. Leela answered, "What's your hurry?" At that moment, Milan Weber was walking by the house on the sidewalk, but she didn't hear him because he had rubber heels on his shoes. He was a shoemaker, by the way. So he thought Leela was talking to him. So he came up the steps and said, "I'm in no hurry." And he sat down on the swing beside her, and that's how they met. Isn't that a cute story? After they were married on January 21st, 1921, she worked in his mercantile store and did a lot of the buying. They moved 12 miles to Rochester, Minnesota, approximately 6 years after the Great Depression of 1934. They lost about $35,000 when the banks closed during the Depression. They eventually lost their farm and their business. They did recover something in the neighborhood of 10% of their checking account. Wouldn't that be it? I wonder what $35,000 today would be.
What that would be worth
today?
100
That's got to
years ago.
be
Couple hundred.
3.5 million? Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
even know, but a lot.
Wow.
They actually lost their farm and business. Okay. Leela worked in the ladies' ready-to-wear for years on commission, and she was top salesperson almost every month. Then she went to work at Goodman Jewelers in Rochester, and after several years, she became manager of the store until she retired. Then we go into, this is a little bit about Milan. So Milan Weber was born in Kula, Austria. His father and others were German, or mother was German, excuse me. His father sent Milan to his brothers, who was Milan's uncle, to learn the trade of shoemaking. Meanwhile, Milan's parents and brothers and sister moved back to Germany. Milan joined the Austria army. The officers asked him where he got his boots. He told them he made the boots himself. And he was then commissioned to make boots for all the officers. While Milan learned when Milan learned the Austria was going to war with Germany, he worried about shooting his brothers. So he left the Austrian army and walked over the mountains to the sea in 1910 and boarded the Missler Bremen ship, and it sailed to America. He did not have a visa or a passport when he arrived in America. And they asked him if he had a trade. He said he was a shoemaker. They told him, "We need people like him, and let him enter." He worked his way from New York to Minnesota and settled in Owatonna, Minnesota. For several years, working at his trade and adopting the nickname Mike, which I never knew that. So I never heard anybody heard him call that. But he was very frugal, never went to pool halls or pubs. He was saving for a business of his own. Eventually, he moved to Stewartville and opened his own shoe repair shop. After he married Leela, he rented a bigger store and sold general merchandise. After the store closed for the night, he repaired shoes into the wee hours of the morning. Sometimes he would go fishing on his way home in the early morning with his business suit on. And I remember as a child, he would take me to the Owatonna Bridge, and he always wore a suit when he went fishing. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Okay, where are we at? Business, and he would bring home a mess of fish, clean up, and go open the store. At times, fishing was more relaxing for him than sleeping. After the Depression, he went to work for another shoe shop, but he never had the vitality and enthusiasm he had before his loss. On July 7, 1924, he became an American citizen and never went back to his homeland. But he often wrote and sent money to his sister in Yugoslavia. He spoke 9 languages: High and Low German, Austrian, Yugoslavian, Croatian, Serbian, Bohemian, Polish, and English. Isn't that crazy? His father's name was Joseph Weber. His mother's name was Mary Nee Marmon. And Milan Sr. was buried in Rochester, and Leela was buried beside him.
Cool.
That'd be it. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And you've got a lot of the letters that were written to him from Germany that are in German.
Right. Which
Yeah.
you need to get translated.
And we
but-
kind of looked at them a little bit,
Yeah.
and it was like a lot about like their health,
Yep.
weather. Like you typically write a relative of what's going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he, like you said, he would send money home. But
And-
he had, it doesn't say in there, but he had 9 brothers and 1 sister. All the brothers were over 6 feet tall and over 200 pounds. And they worked on a farm when he was there, so.
So that would have been when he talks about he didn't want to shoot a brother. That would have been World War One.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it would have been the Austrians and Germans were
Germans.
fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He missed out
Yeah.
on some terrible stuff.
And
Right.
since his brothers were in Germany, he says, "I don't want to kill my brothers." So he said, "I'm leaving town.
And just
You said that
I'm
was
going to
You
America."
said that was 1910, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would have been the wars that turned into World War One.
Right.
How that all
Right
started.
up to that.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think that's just crazy. What a story just to take on foot, go across the mountains,
Yeah.
just like Sound of Music.
Do you have that book you put together?
Yes.
It's
Yep.
Because there's some things in there I want to.
Thank you, Dean Weber.
You're welcome.